Hello. Hello.
I know.
Good morning. Welcome to First Parish in Brookline, a Unitarian Universalist congregation welcoming to all. This is a house of belonging. Whether this is your first time or your 700th, we strive to build a home place where you can feel that you belong, where we accept and support and accompany each other in all of our rich, glorious, messy humanness. May we work together to build more belonging, a safer and more just home, not only for each other, but for all with whom we share this precious planet. My name is Elisa Connor. My pronouns are she, her. I'm your worship associate this morning. Our service this morning will be led by Sky Larson and Emily Riordan, who come to us from the First Unitarian Universalist Society in Newton. They are juniors at Newton North, for which we forgive them. I teach at Brookline High School. We're kind of rivals, but we're thrilled that they're here to share with us their work with the organization Opening Doors that they founded to support unhoused folks. If you are new or new-ish, or if it's your first-ish time, we extend a special welcome to you and invite everybody to connect with each other after the service around, I'm reading directions, my left, your right. I want to direct your attention to the calendar. So many exciting things, including this Friday, the first Friday dinner, and so make sure you put everything on your calendars, and we have a couple of other brief announcements. Elena and Susie, who are rushing up, there we go, from the way back, because they're greeters too.
Hi, everyone. Two quick announcements. Oh, thank you. That's okay. One is that Mom's group is meeting today, not at Barbara's house, but in Peterson at 1 p.m. And to everyone else, it means that coffee hour needs to end by 1 p.m. And second announcement is that one of the things that I'm offering for our adult learning is the Third Act series. I'd like to say that it's really more of a next act series. So even if you are in any transition in your life where you are considering what's next and working through maybe a shift in stage of where you are, so it could be shifting careers, it could be shifting period of life, it could be empty nesting, whatever it is, then you are welcome to come and participate. So it doesn't have to be retirement, for example.
Good morning, church. I have the announcements on my phone, so bear with me. I need to make it a little larger. As you can see in your order of service insert this morning, it's the last call for you to choose from among the delicious appetizers, entrees, and desserts on this year's menu of the adult lifespan opportunities. Registrations close this coming Tuesday, September 30th. There's a QR code in the insert that you can use to see details about all of the choices and register online. Or you can see me, Elena, and Trixie. Thank you for your understanding. I had to bring her today with me. Yeah, I'll have sign-up sheets in coffee hour. There's a few things I've done at First Parish that are as powerful as the small group ministry that I've been involved in. And so that's why I'm so excited about this year's offerings, because you have the opportunity to make deep connections and explore life's big questions, mysteries, joys, and sorrows. Bon appetit. See me at coffee hour.
Once again, welcome one and all, including Trixie, to First Parish this morning. It's really a blessing to be together. And our call to worship will be led by the Reverend Joe Cherry.
Come, you who seek shelter from the storms, and you who long to offer shelter for others. Come, you who know what it is to go without, and you who come with arms and hearts ready to share. Come, you who are weary from wandering, and you who are restless with compassion. Here in this circle of community, we remember that no one is truly home until we all are home. Here we kindle the flame of hope, commit ourselves to justice, and open our doors, our hearts, and our hands. Let us worship together by singing together the first hymn, Come, Come, Whoever You Are, which is either in the gray hymnal, 188, or up on the wall.
Please, I invite Sky and Emily to light our chalice. They're UU, so they know the drill. And please join me in reading our community's covenant found in your order of service. I found out today that this is the original lectern from the 1717 church, so that's cool. And also, our covenant is based on that the original covenant. So, first in Spanish and then in English. Nos entregamos y nos comprometemos a caminar juntos como congregación, prometiendo con mucha fe cuidarnos mutuamente y deleitarnos en el amor que permanecerá entre nosotros. We give ourselves one unto another, covenanting to walk together as a congregation, promising faithfully to watch over one another and to delight for love to abide in our midst. Thank you. And now I invite our religious education coordinator, Kay, to come forward and lead Time for All Ages.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I want to invite our lovely kids to come down. We're going to be telling a story today called Maddie's Fridge. And this story pairs well with our theme today about helping others. So we have Maya and Lily are going to help act out the story, and the older kids will help read. This is our first go around trying to read a story together in worship. So there might be a few bugs, but I just want you to remember the message of the story is that there are creative ways we can find to help one another if we have friends or members of our community that need some help. So I'm going to pass the microphone over to Peter.
When When Sophia and Maddie played at the park, they stretched their toes to the sky. They climbed to the top of the ladder and flew off the end of the slide. They stayed until the buildings grew long shadows and even the taxis stopped honking. "Let's play on the climbing wall," Maddie said. "No way," Sophia said. "I can't reach." "Yes way." Maddie scooted up to the top of the wall. "Your turn." Sophia put a foot at the bottom of the rock, grabbed with one hand and stretched, but she couldn't reach in the next hold. Sophia's stomach growled. "I give up. Let's get a snack." "No way," Maddie said. "Let's stay here." "Yes way." Sophia ran to Maddie's building and raced up the stairs. "Wait," Maddie ran after her. Maddie was the best climber, but Sophia was the fastest runner. Sophia swung open the door of Maddie's fridge. "What have you got?" "We have milk," Maddie said. "I'm saving it for Ryan. He's still little." "Why doesn't your mom go to the store?" Sophia asked. "We don't have enough money." "But what if you get hungry?" "We have some bread," Maddie said. "I guess I'll go home to eat," Sophia said. "Please don't tell anyone," Maddie said. "Okay. Promise?" "I promise." Sophia ran home past the bookstore and grocery store. The sun went down behind the buildings and took all the colors with it. "Good timing," Mom said. "Dinner's almost ready." Louis was wrestling on the floor with Pepito. Sophia opened the refrigerator door. Pepito peeked inside. Sophia's fridge was full of milk and eggs and tortillas and cheese and lettuce and jam and salsa and tofu and even half a can of dog food. "Here you go," Mom said. Sophia and Louis each had a plate of fish and rice. Mom had a plate of fish and rice. Even Pepito had a bowl of dog food with a little bit of fish and rice. Maddie and Ryan only had some bread and a small carton of milk. Sophia couldn't tell Mom. She had to keep her promise to Maddie. "Not fish again," Louis said. "I want cheesy pizza bombs." "Cheesy pizza bombs are a treat," Mom said. "Fish is a good source of protein." "Is fish good for kids?" Sophia asked. "Yes," Mom smiled. "Fish is perfect for kids." That night, Sophia had an idea.
"Yuck," Maddie said the next day. "Oh," Sophia said, "double yuck. Fish may be good for kids, but fish is not good for backpacks." After school, Sophia and Maddie raced to the climbing wall. Sophia got there first, but Maddie scrambled past her to the top of the wall. Sophia stretched and stretched. "Keep trying," Maddie said. "You'll get it." "I can't." Sophia jumped down. "It's too high." That night, Sophia, Lucis, and her mom ate frittata. Pepito had his dog food with a little bit of frittata. Maddie and Ryan still had an empty refrigerator. Sophia couldn't ask for help. That would break her promise. She had to try again. "Are eggs good for kids?" Sophia asked. "Not as good as cheesy pizza bombs," Louis said. "Cheesy pizza bombs are a treat," Mom said. "Eggs are good for you." After dinner, Sophia packed eggs for Maddie and Ryan. "Yuck," Maddie said. "Double yuck," Sophia said. "Eggs may be good for kids, but eggs are not good for backpacks." Sophia and Maddie raced to the climbing wall. Sophia won again, but Maddie shot past her to the top of the wall. Sophia grabbed one hold, reached for the next, and came down with a thump. "That happens sometimes," Maddie called. "This is impossible." Sophia said. "Keep trying," Maddie said. "You'll get it."
That night, Sophia, Louis, and Mom had burritos.
Pepito had his dog food with a little bit of burrito and no salsa. Maddie and Ryan still had an empty fridge. Sophia wished she hadn't promised to Maddie. Are burritos good for kids? Sophia asked. Burritos are very good for you, Mom said. Not as good as, Louis started to say. Maybe you should pay attention to nutrition like your sister, Mom said. The next morning, Sophia put 2 burritos in her backpack along with tortillas, beans, cheese, and even some milk. No thanks, Maddie said. You haven't even looked, Sophia said. Is it fish? Maddie asked. No. Is it eggs? No. Is it gross? I don't know, Sophia said. Maddie shook the backpack. Something sloshed. Let's look together, Maddie said. 1, 2, 3, go! Burritos are good for kids and good for backpacks too. Do you want some milk? Sophia asked. Thanks, Maddie said, but I'll save the milk for Ryan. Sophia and Maddie raced to the climbing wall. Sophia won as usual and tried to climb. You can do it, Maddie said. Take my hand. Woohoo! I made it to the top, Sophia shouted. We're the tallest kids in the park, Maddie said. Thanks for helping me, Maddie. I couldn't do it alone. Maddie shrugged. That's what friends are for. After they finished playing, Sophia walked home past the bookstore and the grocery store. She thought and thought and thought. Her own fridge was full of milk and juice and chicken and yogurt and bread and carrots and even half a can of dog food. Maddie's fridge only had 2 tortillas and a cup of beans and a bit of cheese and a little more milk than before. Sophia didn't want to break her promise, but she couldn't help Maddie alone. Sophia told. She hoped Maddie wouldn't be mad. I'm glad you told me, Mom said. Let's see what we can do together. They loaded grocery bags with milk, flour, chicken, carrots, sugar, oil, and even frozen meat and vegetables. Louis pulled his package of cheesy pizza bombs out of the freezer. He thought and thought and thought some more. Then he put his cheesy pizza bombs in Maddie and Ryan's bag. For a treat, he said. At Maddie's apartment, the moms talked. Louis and Ryan played. Sophia and Maddie ran to the park. You broke your promise, Maddie said. I'm sorry, Sophia said. Are you mad? A promise is important, Maddie said. You're more important, Sophia said. I wanted you to have milk too. Maddie smiled. Are we still friends? Sophia asked. Always, Maddie said. Double always, Sophia said. Cheesy pizza bombs, Louis yelled. Our moms made cheesy pizza bombs for a treat. Sophia and Maddie raced up the stairs. Sophia slowed down so they could run together. That's what friends are for.
Now our kids
Take a breath and let it travel all the way down to the soles of your feet. Feel the floor beneath you, steady, supportive, like any floor in any home. And yet we know There are those who tonight will not have such grounding, and those whose beds are borrowed or broken, those who are waiting for safety, those who are longing for welcome. Take a deep breath. Let us hold them in our hearts, and let our heart widen in our chests to make space inside for compassion. May it remind us that home is not only walls and a roof, but also kindness is offered, hospitality extended, a hand reaching out. Let us hold that truth in our hearts and take one more breath and let it steady you, so that when we rise from this stillness, we may rise with courage to help, to shelter, to open the doors of our lives, to open our hearts until every person has a place called home. Let us rest for a moment in stillness. I've taken the text for this morning's reading from The Wiz, an African-American retelling of The Wizard of Oz that premiered in 1974, 51 years ago, music and lyric by Charles Smalls. In this song, Dorothy, not I, but Dorothy sings, "When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home. I wish I was back there with the things that I've been knowing. Wind that makes the tall glass bend into leaning. Suddenly the raindrops that fall have a meaning sparkling. The scene makes it all clean. Maybe there's a chance I could go back there, for me to go back now that I have some direction. It sure would be nice to be back home with his love and affection, and maybe, just maybe, I can convince time to slow up, giving me enough time in my life to grow up. Time, be my friend. Let me start again. Suddenly my world's gone and changed its face, but I still know where I'm going. I've had my mind spun around in space, and yet I've watched it growing. And if you're listening, God, please don't make it hard to know if we should believe the things that we see. Tell us, should we try to stay? Should we run away? Or would it be better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world might be a fantasy, but it's taught me to love, so it's real to me, and I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find a world full of love, like yours, like mine, like home.
This is the time in our service where we invite your generosity to help pay for the good work of this community of faith and hope. Today, we're sharing the plate with Emily and Sky's organization, Opening Doors. They speak at UU churches to raise funds for their partner organizations that work with unhoused folks, and they do lots of other awesome things that we're going to hear about. So please dig deep. If this is your first time visiting us, please feel free to let the offering plate pass you by. If you feel so moved, well, actually, there's no text number in your order of service, but you can give online through our website, and if you are fulfilling part of your pledge, please write pledge in the memo line of if you're writing a check. Do people do that anymore? Our offering will now be gratefully received.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? Well, let that lonely feeling wash away. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay.
Good morning. My name is Ralph Child, he, him, and as you know, I'm a member of the Parish Board. First, I want to give a shout out to the choir, who, as usual, does an amazing job in this amazing space. And with that, mention, as some of you know, that because you attended, last night there was a concert here that was arranged by Keith to honor the 90th birthday of a well-known musician in town, Rand Blake. We had 75 to 100 people here. I was in the church. Luckily, we broadcast to the kitchen, so we were able to hear good parts of it. It was fabulous. And a lot of very good musicians were in it, and a lot of people that really appreciate very good music, not classical music, attended. And I mentioned in part because, as Alyssa mentioned, there are upcoming attractions. This is one of 4 concerts that Keith is arranging this year in this space, which is a fabulous space. So be there or be square. And with respect to the offerings, Reverend Joe and the Parish Board do receive these gifts as a gesture of confidence in the Parish Board. And we accept these gifts and promise to honor the Unitarian values in their use. Thank you very much.
There's so much talent as well as time and treasure that we can give to each other, and I'm grateful. And I'm so pleased to welcome our service leaders this morning, Emily and Sky. If you'll please come up. Thank you.
Good morning. I am Sky Larson.
And I'm Emily Reardon.
Emily and I are both juniors at Newton North High School, the better school. But Emily and I started this project, fundraising and raising awareness for the housing crisis, almost 2 years ago now. And we both have personal reasons that brought us to this project.
My mother grew up in Queens, New York, in a subsidized one-bedroom apartment. My grandma, who raised her alone, didn't have a steady income, and this left my mom always uncertain of how stable her home really was. My mom at times had to crash at relatives' houses just looking for a way to stay off the streets. My grandmother told me that she never even considered seeking support at a homeless shelter because she didn't trust that they were safe for her daughter. And my mother taught me that many people facing homelessness are overlooked or unheard by society, and this isolation can dig an even deeper hole. All homeless people deserve the resources that homeless shelters were founded to provide, but creating that environment requires outside support.
For me, I was adopted, and although it is not something I am yet used to sharing, it is something that I often think about. I was born into a situation, into a life not fit for a child. But I was taken out of that same situation before I could speak for myself, before I could do anything for myself. I was given a second chance, a new life. But I often think what my life would be like if the dice rolled the other way. And then I think of all of those who were not given the second chance that I was. I realize how little control we have over our own lives and how the positions that people are in does not always have anything to do with something they have done. It has not only given me this perspective, but a sense of responsibility to pay it forward and do something with the second chance that I was given.
While at a homeless organization, we won't disclose names or locations for privacy, but a participant wanted the leaders to recommend an annual art show that he had attended last year. He looked up the date only to find that it had already passed. How could I have missed it? I'm so sorry, guys. It was upsetting to hear how frustrated he was with himself, but nothing could have prepared us for what he said next. It was right next to the bench that I sleep on every night. The idea of this kind, considerate man sitting with us in this circle, going to sleep on a cold metal bench in the middle of winter, made everything we are doing mean so much more. I can bundle up in layers of clothes to walk to school for 10 minutes, while this man spends 12 hours in the cold every night. He wanted to share something exciting with us and tell us something that might brighten our day. And he did all of this knowing that at the end of the day, he would return to this cold metal bench. This man did nothing to deserve spending his nights with cold, hard metal pressed against his back. And he could so easily be me or you if the dice rolled the other way.
Now, some may wonder, why wouldn't he just stay in a shelter? But in reality, more than 50% of all individuals experiencing homelessness are unsheltered. Many homeless individuals do not even consider going to a shelter because they fear it is too dangerous or just too demoralizing. They choose to sleep on the streets, a place known for violence, insecurity, drugs, and theft. It is a choice between two evils. For those who do wish to stay in a shelter, many are denied access because of the ever-growing bed shortage, and people have to enter bed lotteries for a chance at a place to stay the night. Think of that. Luck, determining if you sleep on a bed or a bench. And as the nights grow colder, the loss of this bed lottery could mean the loss of a life. And this begs the question, what is a person in need supposed to do? How are they supposed to change their position in life if their days and their nights are spent roaming, just desperately trying to find a place to take them in? And that is why we started this project. We began by fundraising.
Or attempting to fundraise.
Our school has over 2,000 plus students, so we thought, piece of cake, we'll have bake sales and drives and get so many donations. Boy, were we wrong.
The next months were filled with being brushed aside, elbow deep in burnt cookies and rejection. But it made us realize that although we are youth, which adds difficulty, we also had a 2,000 plus audience at our fingertips. We realized how many people see an issue and want to help, but feel that it's not their responsibility, or that their contribution couldn't make a difference. These huge world issues can feel so daunting that a single person's contribution can feel so insignificant that they don't even try. What if you or your loved ones were in this situation? Wouldn't you want someone to care, someone to try?
But unfortunately, the thing that we heard the most was, "That's nice," followed by the person turning their back and walking away. But no one is above homelessness. Not me, not you, your friends, or your family. All it takes is one health crisis, one business closing, and it all disappears. We spoke to a man whose life was changed forever. He said, "I went from a house, 2 cars, a family, to nothing." Now, many would hear this story and assume that such a drastic change is the result of something this person did wrong. It is commonly assumed that homeless people did something to deserve the position that they are in, when in reality, it can be completely uncontrollable. After speaking with this man, it was clear that his mental health had played a significant role in his life today. But it is impossible to understand all that someone is going through. It is especially hard when we do not take the time to listen. When we make these assumptions, we justify our avoidance. We tell ourselves it's okay, it's not our problem, it's not our fault. We realized how many people do this, how many people turn their back.
But this only propelled our want to contribute. And we knew that there were people out there who cared. We just needed to find them. When we spoke to our first UU congregation, we felt the support we had always dreamed of, and we knew that this was something that we wanted to continue. After giving our first sermon and seeing how it emotionally impacted and inspired our audience, we knew that this was something that we had to continue, and that is why we are here today. We realized the power of words and that our voices matter.
We found that the smallest contributions can make the biggest difference in someone's life. We spoke to a homeless man who, when asked what resources he needed, said, "I could use a backpack." He explained how big of a difference it would make in his life when he was carrying all of his things from place to place. And I thought of a man fitting all of the things that mattered to him in life into a single backpack, a backpack that he didn't even have. I think of my own long grocery lists, Christmas lists, all of the things that we find time to wish for, despite the fact that we have everything we need and more. He said, I don't need a new jacket, mine just has some holes in it and it just needs some patches. It would not take a large donation to fix this man's jacket, but it could make a huge difference in his life.
If this man could walk into his job interview feeling dignified and confident, this very interview could change the course of his life, could provide him with a steady income and hope. Every one of you can make a difference in someone's life. No matter how big or small, every contribution has the power to change a life. Thank you.
Thank you, and we can talk to people at coffee hour if anyone wants to know more. So, yeah.
It's time for our closing hymn in the teal hymnal number 1064 and projected. Let us sing together. Thank you to Emily and Sky for inviting us to think home bigger and build home for each other. And I'm going to invite you to extinguish our chalice as we join in our unison affirmation. First in Spanish and then in English. Apagamos esta llama, pero no la luz de la verdad, ni el calor de la comunidad, ni el fuego del compromiso. Estos los llevamos con nosotros y los ofrecemos para bendecir al mundo. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry with us and offer as gifts unto the world.
I'd like to echo Elisa's gratitude. Thank you for coming and visiting us. Thanks for reaching out to me last May, and for being patient while we could find time for you. This is really important. Home is not just a key that fits in a door that opens and closes behind you. Home is a place where we feel safe. And some folks who have keys and doors don't feel safe there. There's lots of reasons people leave where they've been. And they deserve all our compassion, no matter how they find themselves without a key. So, I've never in 15 years done this before, but at coffee hour, give them more money. Be good to yourselves and each other. Thank you.